Good afternoon, everybody. It's Dr. A back in the garden. And I'm always talking to you, and hopefully not lecturing you, but suggesting that some plants work better to essentially solve problems or to be solutions. Well, what you're looking at in the background are plants for butterflies and other pollinators like hummingbirds and even some bees. Now, you can't do this either as a landscaper and certainly as putting in a garden, but as growers, as garden center people, we can offer plants that work. So let's look at some plants that work for pollinators. One of the major questions that people come in and they say, how do I plant a garden to attract pollinators? Well, let's look at a few. They don't all have to be native. That's one thing we keep saying. If it's native, it must be a pollinator. Well, probably true. But, you know, if we're really truthful, most things that flower are going to attract something that pollinates them. But here is Russian sage. Now, Russian sage is from Russia. So it's not exactly our native plant, but it's a wonderful, cold, hardy plant that performs well. And listen, it's all about performance. Needs a little bit of maintenance only if it falls over. It's a northern plant to be sure, but attracts a ream of flying little insects like our butterflies. But one of the plants we're always talking about is milkweed, the whole monarch butterfly thing. So and there's a number of species of milkweed. We just don't have to plant, you know, one butterfly weed and say that's enough. This is, look at the pods on here. The butterflies have been all over the place with the flowers, and then these will reseed, of course. They're amazing plants. Some people even think of them as weeds. But what's a weed? Except a great plant that happens to be somewhere where it's not planted. But these will certainly attract all sorts of goodies, and, you know, like it or not, people want something to attract butterflies. So let's walk down a little bit further, and I'm going to just show you a few other plants as we walk down this beautiful garden. We're at the Holden Arboretum, which I didn't say at the beginning. I know it's shown on the screen, but the Holden Arboretum, my goodness, stick it on your bucket list if you haven't been here. You know, it's just a fabulous place. What town are we in? Kirtland, Ohio. Come on, let's show our appreciation for people who do this stuff. So as we go down here, here's some plants we know. I mean, heck, we know these plants. But, you know, the rudbeckias and the daisies like Heliopsis and Helianthus, they all attract butterflies. So we're repackaging, perhaps we're selling this stuff already. Let's sell it as butterflies or as pollinator attractors. Even mallows, all the mallows like the hibiscus, our natives and our not so natives attract reams of wonderful flying insects. Come on, we got a few more. And just the last little bit here before I bore you to death. A plant that we don't grow as much as we should. This is mountain mint. And there's a lot of mountain mints out there. Extraordinarily fragrant. Put this up your nose and you'll never have a cold again. Small flowers, again, attract a myriad of pollinators. And let's not forget our wonderful purple coneflowers. So our purple coneflowers are also attractive to many of the pollinators. So just look at this one little area. We've got our rudbeckias, purple coneflowers, mountain mint, mallows, Joe Pye weed, ironweed. We can grow them all. Growing is not the problem. Educating is. So when people say, I want pollinators, bingo, bango, bingo. Here you go. There's a lot of them. So when you wander through the Holden Arboretum next time, take a look, because there's a lot of guests in this garden. Let's enjoy ourselves. Have fun.